Hey, what's up, guys? You're welcome back. This is Radio RE, and you already know my name, KAYYAW. I'm back with another one. Hope you guys are doing super great. I tell you all the time, make sure that you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you tell friends, and let's all do this together. Let's all build this channel together, okay? Now let's talk about rapper TK. We all know TK, Tamar McLintyre. Back in 2016, he was arrested. Now, 2017, sorry, he was arrested on a robbery which he did with his friend. Apparently, him and his friend, contact the cameraman on a video shoot. So when the cameraman came, whilst he was getting out of his car, these guys attacked him. These guys wanted to flee with his car. The guy jumped on the car bonnet. They drove for a couple of while, couldn't get the guy to the ground. So TK came out of the car window, shot the guy. The guy bled to death. Just recently, he went to court, and his sentencing was crazy. TK has been sentenced to 80 years in prison. Now, let me give you a little backstory of TK's story, even before this murder. Back in 2016, TK and his friends, we all know TK's life story where, he grew up in a household where he had no parents. His mom was in a gang, his dad was also in prison, in and out of jail. So, he didn't have any parenting, any good parenting. TK was hanging around with friends, he was just doing stuff he needed to do. He was selling drugs. One day, TK and his friends actually planned to go rob a neighbor or to go rob a person, which that guy's girlfriend was part of this whole scheme. They were all part of this plan. Whilst they were on the mission, the plan didn't work. So, someone had to shoot, and then 2 people end up dying. TK, as a minor at that time, he had 55 years in jail though. They gave him 55 years back. Since he was a minor, the judge told him that if he would agree to wear an ankle monitor and then be on house arrest, he could be fine. But TK and then his friend wanted to beat the system, so they actually made an agreement. They were talking back and forth. They were talking back and forth. So they made an agreement. They planned one time to cut off their ankle monitors and then be on a run. This guy did that. Was on a run. There was a lot of notice around looking for these guys. One day, please find these guys. Hiding at a safe place. So they got busted and was taken back to the police station. 2 days after he was arrested, he released the video to his song titled "The Race," which he was talking about the whole incident. He was talking about him and his friend cutting their ankle monitors and then running around the city. And then right after the song was released, in 2 hours, the song was trending everywhere. So it looks like TK was enjoying fame, but was also incarcerated. So it was a sad situation for him. Whilst he was on a run, he came to Twitter. He was on Twitter, he was on Facebook, posting stuff, telling people he's still alive, he's still around, and stuff like that. But looks like TK will be spending most of his life in jail. And then, he has been spending most of his life in jail because he was 16 years when he got arrested. Fled 2017, he got arrested back, and then he's been in prison since 2017 up until 2025. So it's been 8 years. We hope that lots of people would take this as an advice. I don't know whether the current hip-hop or the drill hip-hop is actually influencing these kids nowadays to just pick up the gun and then be doing everything that they choose to do. But we hope the best for TK. TK has been sentenced to 80 years in prison just this Monday. That's all I have for you guys today on the channel. So make sure you guys check me out next time right here on the same channel, Radio RE. My name has been KAYYAW. See you next time.